Acting President Yemi Osinbajo says that the federal government is developing a framework that would allow anyone with proven record to run modular refinery in Nigeria. Professor Osinbajo, who said this at the Modular Refinery Association of Nigeria Discussion Forum in Abuja, added that the ultimate objective of developing and building modular refinery is to reduce environmental degradation caused by bunkering and illegal refining, noting that the present administration is committed to creating an enabling environment for such initiative to thrive.
There is no nation on the face of the earth that would have the sheer amount of oil and gas resources that we have, and that will not be innovative and creative about its processing and production. And that's exactly why we need to do what we're doing about modular refineries. There are those who have argued that modular refineries are not lucrative, they're not cost efficient. These days there's no reason to build modular refineries, and they've made some very important points, especially around the fact that under 2,000 barrels a day, you may not make money. Yeah, they give all sorts of reasons. But the examples they usually cite are examples of countries that do not have the sheer range and amount of resources that we have. If you have the resources that we have, then it really is just a matter of modulating your business model such that you are able to deal with a particular subsector that you want to deal with.
The acting president, who enjoined would-be investors to study the guidelines set by the government before venturing into the business, gave the assurance that government has taken steps to remove the bottlenecks that could slow down its development in the country.
And what we've been trying to do with modular refinery operations now is that we're developing a framework that we believe would work. Everybody who wants a license and who is able to present a sensible business case will be given a license to operate a modular refinery. We're trying to develop a very robust set of guidelines that will help people to do this well. We've gotten so much interest all over the country and practically everywhere around the world, and especially from young people in the Niger Delta who want to be involved in the modular refinery.
Professor Osinbajo emphasized that private sector involvement in the processing of petroleum products will be beneficial to the nation as a whole.
Government cannot just go and be setting up refineries. If government sets up a refinery and gives it to people to run, it won't work. And we have a good example or good examples in all the refineries that we have seen. If you look at the refineries we have today, Warri, Port Harcourt, all the refineries, Kaduna, the reason why they are not functioning today, the primary reason is that they are government run. Whoever says anything differently isn't telling the truth. The primary reason is that they're government run. Government cannot do business. Government's business is to create the enabling environment for business. At best, government will put some investment into it.
An award was presented to the acting president by the Modular Refinery Association of Nigeria for his interest in the development and building of modular refineries in Nigeria. Upsound. It is believed that the introduction of modular refineries will put an end to scarcity of petroleum products in Nigeria. From Abuja, I am Festus Ejiroga Nefifen for Ben Television.
Following the discharge of Senate President Bukola Saraki over an alleged false asset declaration case by the Code of Conduct Tribunal, the Senate has resolved to achieve much more in its legislative assignment in the years to come. According to the order of the Senate cited by the Deputy Senate President, Senator Ike Ekuremadu, congratulates Senate President Bukola Saraki over his discharge at CCT.
And the leave of the President of the Senate, the Senator may make a personal explanation, although there be no question before the Senate. Distinguished colleagues, yesterday we announced here, and it was also announced to the whole world, that the Code of Conduct Tribunal finally came to a decision in respect of the trial of the Senate President. You will recall that this matter has been going on, and in spite of the matter, the Senate has been sitting and doing their work. Because of the belief we had in judiciary, we are minded to give judiciary the opportunity to conclude that trial, even though we never believed in the authenticity of the trial itself. So this morning I rise on behalf of the entire Senate to congratulate the President of the Senate for the success that was recorded in court yesterday, and express our gratitude and confidence to the judiciary of this country. They have shown that they are indeed the last hope of the common man.
Saraki explained that despite the distraction of his trial, Senate under his leadership achieved more, saying that they will achieve more as distraction is over.
Distinguished colleagues, thank all my colleagues, thank you all. Say yesterday I was discharged and acquitted on this case of false declaration of assets which has started since September 2015. And when the trial started, I maintained that I'll clear my name, and thanks be to God, the day has come. But what is more important is that you all believed in me and stood beside me to make this day happen. I appreciate of that support, but as you congratulate me, I think I congratulate all of us. Victories for our own democracies, for our country, it's for the judiciary as well. And more importantly, we have shown that during this period we're not distracted. That's why the distractions, we stayed focused and we made a lot of achievements in the Senate that we all should be proud of. It is my belief that the next 2 years ahead of us, at the end of our tenure, we'll continue to work very hard for the interests of this country that we serve.
Senate President also said that the Red Chamber will deliver the expectation of all Nigerians. Meanwhile, supporters and loyalists of Bukola Saraki in his home state, Kwara State, troop out in their hundreds on a wide jubilation following the acquittance from the Code of Conduct Tribunal. From Abuja, Nigeria, Muiwa Bamdele reporting.
Lovely place, right?
Yes.
What's wrong? You don't look happy.
Take a look around. Why can't my hotel be like this?
I knew something was wrong, but I've got solution.
Solution? What?
Nanet.
Nanet?
Nanet offers you design solutions, building plans and construction, furnishing and equipping, financing, management, audit services, and many more services for a better hospitality business. Nanet, service with a smile.
At the Senate marked 2 years anniversary, Senator Ali Wamako from Sokoto State has attributed the success of the Senate to the unity and maturity displayed by the senators. Senator Wamako stated this in an interview with journalists in Abuja.
The 8th Senate, after all that it has recorded, achievement has recorded, in terms of good laws, paternal laws, enacting other bills, doing all the oversight and whatever good things they have done, including all this whistleblowing, which was introduced by the Senate, which was our idea as well. We brought the idea of whistleblowing and so on. And it achieves also one thing which is very vital to for this country. There's unity, understanding, mutual respect among us as senators. We have come on board as mature senators to the extent that we have learned to accommodate our differences and harness them for better results instead of using them to divide us.
According to Wamako, the 8th Senate are being a forefront of anti-corruption drive.
The 8th Senate has also taken lead in the fight against corruption. We have discovered a lot of loopholes here and there, and we went quietly to meet the executive arm and got them solved. We don't have to make so much noise in doing our duty. That there was a day we discovered that 2 companies alone failed to remit to the government 130 billion naira in this oil matter. We said to the leadership, don't make a noise here, just go and meet Mr. President, who is the Minister of Petroleum. Tell that this is what we found and we want it addressed. Immediately we went and told Mr. President, he said, oh, and their call. The first person to pay immediately remitted the 30 billion against him, and the other one, 100 billion, is making plans. He has been remitted, and now I think by now they have finished repayment on this matter.
He explained that the 8th Senate has performed creditably well in area of economic recovery. From Abuja, Muiwa Bamdele reporting.
As the crisis in the People's Democratic Party (PDP) seems to have no headway, a chieftain in the party have asked the 2 factional chairmen to surrender in order to give peace a chance and return the party to the people. China Wanyan, founding member of the party, in an exclusive interview with Ben TV, accused PDP governors of destroying the party.
But basically, it has become an ego problem between members and factions. We have always complained about the governors' forum wielding too much power. Governors decide who the councillors are, who the commissioners are, who the ministers are. Even governors decide who the presidents are, in a way. So these governors have occupied the political space, and they are suffocating the political space, and people have said no. You can see this struggle between McAfee and Sheriff. McAfee, a former governor, Sheriff, a former governor. Who are the people behind it? Fayose, a governor. Wiwe, a governor. What is his name? The governor of Bayelsa came up with his own proposal, also a governor. Jonathan, a former governor. So if you look at this architecture of this crisis, it is still hovering around governors. Until PDP is restored back to the people, this crisis will continue. The best thing is for us, I have said so, Sheriff, step down, McAfee, step down, the factions nominate 10 people, they come together and have a convention. Only a convention can give us a leader, not a Supreme Court, not a court of appeal. Any conflict or crisis that leads to the death of PDP implies the emergence of a one-party system in Nigeria. And a one-party system is not democracy at all. That is the greatest danger of what is happening in PDP.
When asked on his rate on the performance of Buhari's administration after 2 years, he said,
these people promised too much. The expectations were so high. And that is why, because they have not performed optimally, there is no way you can judge them fairly. The truth of the matter is that so many of the promises have not been actualized. And even those of us who are in politics know that it was very difficult. I mean, they said $1 to 1 naira. Where are we today? Price of rice, where was it? Employment, where was it? 5,000 naira to unemployed people. What are we doing? All kinds of things that were promised during the elections. But in the area of security, I must concede that there is some progress. There is some visible achievements. In the Niger Delta, temporarily they've done very well, but we hope that all the promises will be matched by action. Anti-corruption, they have ended up creating a lot of awareness and consciousness. The former impunity with which people get into corruption is no longer there. For me, they've driven corruption under the table, and they have changed the actors. As far as I am concerned, it is motion without actual movement in the anti-corruption war. More needs to be done. It is not being systematically executed. It is being politically executed. It is not holistic, and that is why the implementation is selective and the success is also selective.
LM Chukwemeka report for Ben TV.